What you got here is something that unusual, highly unusual, and once again, it's coming from right here in my backyard, right here in Miami. Yes, in Miami. So, excuse me. Um, the person, that lady that you see here, happens to be a University of Miami professor. She's a professor at the University of Miami, and she's an artist named Billy Lynn. Yes, and what she did, she not fabricated, but she created um, three, which are happen to be the Star Spangled Banners, which it is. But look closely. She sold them and turned them into Ku Klux Klan hoods. Now I know when people seen this, it's probably gonna spark a lot of outrage, thinking like, "Oh, she's racist." Oh, da 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 da. But I said, "Wait a minute, hold on, slow you roll." I read a little snippet of an article, and I'm gonna take y'all to there right now. Just give me 1 second. Okay, and of all places, it's coming from Fox News. It's listed under the controversy, but we all know what Fox Leather News is about, or Fox News, as Taurine Rain calls it. So let's just, and it's written by Kayla Park, another Fox News douche. But nonetheless, though, I think it's a very interesting article, and this is true. A Florida professor sparked outrage after she transformed three American flags, Star Spangled Banners, into Ku Klux Klan hoods. The flags, as y'all seen the picture, shaped like KKK hoods as the eyes burnt out with nothing but darkness behind them, and then sat on poles with bases shaped like Nazi swastikas. The artwork is part of the university. Every year we have that here every November. University of Miami's annual faculty art show. Gallery director Millie Cardozo told the Miami New Times. Billy Grace Lynn, a University of Miami associate professor of sculpture, calls it American Mask. That should be a good title for a movie. A work she writes on her personal site that suggests bigotry and racism are hiding behind our flag. You know, this is disgusting. This is disrespectful. Saying Patrick Young, who's a black employee who works in the same building as the Art Gallery, told WSPN. I can't see it as being a positive message any way you put it. The artwork, which will be on display until November 12th, has angered many who say it defaces the American flag and is outright offensive. I don't look at it as offensive. Now, Young said, what can this actually help? Burning an American flag? I have no idea what this symbolizes, what this helps out. Who does this reach? It's supposed to fire off some damn brain cells in your head, you dumbass. Anyway, I totally get what she doing. But I'm gonna just have my end of it like this. Now, Lynn told the University of Miami News that this was the intent of her piece, to strike up a conversation. She said she was talking to a construction worker who was angry about her artwork, and she was able to explain its meaning. And here it go. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm telling y'all right now, family. Don't do like Patrick Young and get caught all up being emotional. Use logic. Use common sense. And don't coon. Please don't coon. I asked him what he thought, and it meant. He said it's racist, and I say, well, it is racist. It's about racism. It's about people hiding their racism behind the flag, behind their patriotism. Instantly, all of his angry energy dissipated as he had this realization. This is what democracy is. It's messy business, but it requires us to talk with each other. The UN professor and artist said she was inspired to create the piece after watching people walking with American and Nazi flags during the protests in Charlottesville, Virginia. And also, I just thought this would need to be protested, that the American flag is positioned between these two symbols of hatred and racism. If there's ever a time to show this work, it's now. November, I told y'all, Scorpio, Hellraiser. Hellraiser. You know, we ain't no gray in between us. We gonna show it to you black and white, straight up. Now, while the university says it supports artistic expression and freedom of speech, UM officials acknowledge that this is an off-campus gallery that wasn't pre-approved or reviewed by the administration. UM hopes that conversations can happen in ways that are respectful from all points of view, which they wrote to a statement to Fox News, which they know they're going to twist it. The university acknowledged that the installation will provoke a range of reactions, including offense at the use of the American flag and use of the KKK and Nazi symbols. Now, the offense of the use of the American flag. Now, Torin Rain did a video on the flag code of conduct, and see, you got these so-called patriots. They disrespect the American flag every day when they wear a bandana or when they wear a bikini with the Star Spangled Banner imprint on it and all this other stuff like that, or hanging it from their car, you wearing a towel and all this shit. But yet, though, you mad at Colin Kaepernick and a lot of the other NFL players who take a knee to protest the national anthem. Wow. Anyway, the art exhibit that provokes reaction and conversation are not new, nor the unique province of the University of Miami. Lynn told the Miami New Times that, she's from Louisiana, and the Klan is really strong there. She ain't lying. I am from the place where these people live. I am these people in some way. She finds her artwork offensive and hopes to, quote unquote, awaken citizens to the dangers of confusing bigotry with patriotism. As a former Girl Scout who was taught to never let the American flag touch the ground, Lynn told the university publication it wasn't easy for her to create the artwork. It was very painful for me to cut the flag to make it into that shape. But I think that's what's happening. This country is in pain. I don't want the American flag to be taken as a symbol for white supremacy. They love, and now they want to start using the word for their benefit. And I think that is what's happening, and that's a dark path to go down. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to just be real with you. I'm just going to say, hell, bravo, great job. Although this is a Caucasian woman that did this, but she just echoed what we've been saying, what black people have been saying all the time. We've been saying this for years. Okay? We were saying this, we've been saying this for a very long time. Just like how these NFL fans, these white NFL fans who all of a sudden want to be patriotic and getting mad at Colin Kaepernick, who took a knee to protest the national anthem and talking about saying, you need to stand up for the flag. You disrespecting the flag. And then, they call them all type of N-words, half-breed. And yeah, that's coming from some of our people too in the so-called conscious community. Calling them half-breed, mulatto, blah, 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 this and that. But these patriots want to hide their patriotism, want to hide their racism behind patriotism. And I stated this once and I stated it before. This ain't even a flag. It's a Star Spangled Banner. And I think this was brilliant. This was brilliant. Brilliant by her. And from the looks of her, yeah, I could tell she's no Floridian. I can tell you that. But I can tell you, yeah, she is from the South. Once she mentioned she's from Louisiana, I say, girl, you lucky you in Miami. And she go like the Central or North Florida. I'm saying like that. You got a lot of like white nationalist pockets out in there too, especially around Ocala, around between Jacksonville, Brevard County, um, Winter Haven, you name it, Sanford, you name it. And see, it's the same type of shit that you got occupying the adult daycare center known which sits on 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. This was brilliant. This was absolutely brilliant. And see, and it's just like this. It's just like when Colin Kaepernick did a year ago when he refused to stand for the national anthem. He ain't had the country. He had to this day, he got the world talking. And I don't, like I said, I don't have a problem with nobody getting out here and they're not afraid to go ahead across that line and step up to the plate and go to strike up a conversation when it comes to racism and bigotry. Because most white people, so-called white people, it's a tough pill for them to swallow. Because you know what? They want to live in this fucking delusional bubble, thinking like, it's all hunky-dory, America the greatest country in the world, this United States, and all that, which they fail to realize it's a corporation, not a country. And all this other stuff, we all people, we all human, we all this. No. This also going to open up conversation that's going to bring up a whole lot of issues. As I mentioned in my last video about with those with them ass hats, them bean niggas who made that noose out of a twine around the picture of a black fire department lieutenant and drew pictures of their penises and stuff, drew drawings of penises on the pictures of his wife and his mother. Me personally, I would have got my Glock 45 and I'd have hunt them bastards down. Shit, they wouldn't see the light of day. That's just how I feel. You say what the fuck you want to say about me, but when you mess with my people, oh, it's on. Motherfucker, shit, you gonna take a dirt nap. You miss me with that. But kudos to this professor. I know some people in the comments gonna get upset. You lost your mind, like this. No, use logic, common sense. Stop thinking with emotions. When I first saw it, I was like, what the fuck this dumb bitch did? But then I read the article, and I'm reading it like I read it to you earlier. It just clicked in my head. It made sense. What better way? She used a platform like Colin Kaepernick and as well as these other athletes use their platform to strike up a conversation about an issue that seriously need to be discussed that they don't. And see, now that you got Hobgoblin 45 and the rest of the the Sinister Six, the Arkham Asylum and all that, occupying the adult K-Care Center, this is the best time to go ahead and do it. Like I said, say it once, I say it again. One of my subs said on my last one that Donald John Trump is a necessary evil. As long as you got evil that's walking the face of this earth, it's always gonna be good that's gonna rise up and oppose it every time. But this was a very interesting article, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to leave a link in the description so y'all can go ahead and read it over, share it, whatever. Let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section, man. Subscribe, share, click the notification bell so when I upload new videos, you'll get them. Also, if you want complimentary, you could donate to my PayPal account. I leave a link there for it too, because your donations will be greatly appreciated as I continue to go ahead to bring you more great information, a great video that concern our people, and so we can go ahead and build the economic power base so we can go ahead and do us and only us. Us indigenous and aboriginal people of the continent of North, South, and Central America and global. We everywhere. No more talk. I'm done.